If you are an employee and you're working for an employer and you show up and you provide your services and at the end of the month you don't get paid, leave. If it's weekly that you're paid and at the end of the week you don't get paid, leave. And if it's bi-weekly and at the end of the 2 weeks after you actually showed up on time and you provided your services and they don't pay, leave. Now people going to say, oh, that's easier said than done. So let me give some clarification. The first one is this. If you've been working there for years and they always pay you and generally pay you on time, then of course not. Your first reaction isn't to leave, naturally, and that makes sense because this is an out of the ordinary event. But if you just start working for them and they have not paid you, I assure you it is a premonition of things to come. But if you've been working for them and sometimes they pay on time and sometimes they don't pay on time and sometimes they go months or weeks without paying you and you're getting used to getting your pay late so that you always have to be thinking, suppose they don't pay me on time, that is not a good place to stay. You need to leave. If you've been working and a month passed and they don't pay you, and then by the second month they still don't pay you, by the second month it's time to make a hard decision and leave. Because some people going to say it's easier said than done, they don't want to go and find another job. But what benefit is there to you in staying where you continue to show up and continue to provide your services but you are not getting paid? The very essence of the employment relationship is provision of services in exchange for payment. So if you're providing the services and not getting paid, where's the benefit to you? Especially if it done past 2 months and gone into 3 months and 4 months. What do you think you're winning? The only person benefiting from that arrangement is the employer, because they're essentially getting free services. Now some people say, well, it means they owe me money and they go have to pay me for the arrears. Sure, in theory. But if they don't have any money, where do you think the money going to come from? You can come to me as a lawyer and say you want to sue and go court, and you get what we call an empty judgment because you can't get blood out of stone. So that even though we have the court judgment, if they really have no money and no assets, enforcing it and getting your money is pointless. You don't get anything. All that happened is that you gave them 4 months of free service or 6 months of free service, right? So you don't win in that scenario. What you have to do is be able to have a cutoff time that is earlier than you think. 6 months don't work well for you. 4 months don't work well for you. You leave. It's a breach of contract. It's a constructive dismissal. You have the right to resign and claim constructive dismissal. And then if you want, you file the claim elsewhere, but go on and start to find another job and claim your unemployment benefits. And let me put it in another context for those of you who find it hard to leave. Your part is that you must provide the services. So you think if you breach your part of the agreement by not turning up for a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months or 3 months that your employer would hold your job? No. They would say you abandoned the job. They'll be quick to call it breach of contract and you're gone. Them move on to somebody else and employ somebody else because they don't ramp when it comes to you breaching the contract. So why is it when they breach the contract, you're there saying, well, I don't want to leave and 4 months pass and them not pay you. And you're like, well, maybe I'll hold out. No, they would not do the same thing. And if they couldn't pay you for 1 month, why do you think they could pay you for 2 months and 3 months that they owe you?